To find the surface area given the base and the volume. If the volume of a cone is 180 cubic inches, what is its surface area? Round your answer to the nearest hundredth. Okay, let's take a look at this cone. Here we're missing the height and the slant height. And we're looking for surface area, so the slant height is going to be the one that's really important to us. And we know the radius. The radius is 5 inches. So let's write the surface area formula. Surface area equals pi r squared plus pi rl. And so right now we're missing the L. So the first thing we need to do is figure out the L. But it looks like we're going to have a hard time doing Pythagorean theorem at this point because we also don't know h. So really the very first thing we should do is to find h. And then the second thing we can do is we can use the Pythagorean theorem. I'm going to abbreviate it PT to find the slant height. So let's get started. To find the height, we could use the volume formula. Volume equals 1/3 times pi r squared h. And we can write volume is 180 equals 1/3 times 3.14 times 5 squared times h. So if I do this multiplication, I would get 1/3 times 3.14 times 25. If I multiply that out, I get 26.17. So I have 180 equals 26.17 times h. Remember, I'm rounding to the nearest hundredth because that's what the directions told me to do. And now if I divide both sides by 26.17, I'll get the height to be 6.88. And that's in inches. So the height is 6.88. Now let's do Pythagorean theorem. For Pythagorean theorem here, my radius is 5, my height is 6.88, and my slant height is missing. So if I set up Pythagorean theorem, I'll do 5 squared plus 6.88 squared equals L squared. 5 squared is 25 plus 6.88 squared. If I add those up, I get 72.33. Which means that L equals the square root of 72.33, which is approximately 8.50, or 8.50 inches. And I'm going to write this over here into the picture. Okay, now we have our slant height. Let's go ahead and find the surface area. If we substitute 3.14 in for pi times 5 squared plus 3.14 times 5 times 8.5. If I multiply and add, I would get the surface area to be 211.95. And again, over here, if I write into the space 211.95 inches squared.